What's up, YouTube and Podcast Nation? Welcome to the From Setbacks to Success YouTube channel. I'm your host, Quincy Benton, and guess what? I'm a felon. Not only have I served time in federal prison, but I've been divorced, I've declared bankruptcy, I've even experienced a house fire. Some of you too watching right now have experienced or maybe currently experiencing some major setbacks in your lives as well. However, I want you to know that there is hope and there's a way for you to get through this. Through the content that you'll find on this channel, we'll give you tips and success strategies that'll help you get back in the game and succeed. If this sounds like content you would be interested in, please smash the like button and press the subscribe button. Also, please share this content with maybe someone that you know who is formerly incarcerated, or someone that you know who just may be going through some tough times and some hardships right now as well. We would love to have you all as a part of our community. With that being said, I want to get straight into today's episode with tip number one in this process. And it really is going to take you, go through my previous video where I talk about 3 tips for getting a 700 plus credit score, because that's really going to be what you need to do before you get a high limit credit card, a $25,000 limit credit card, is to get in the 700 club, as we call it, with your credit score at the very least. But in that video, I talk about things like credit repair. Then I talk about credit building, the things that you need to do to build your credit. That starts with getting a, Chime account. That starts with getting a self account. That also starts with getting added as authorized users to, really positive, long-lasting or long-standing credit cards of people who have had their credit cards and keep a very low balance on them and have paid those credit cards without being late on them 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days. So I really talk about a lot of those things in that previous video, but those are just some of the things that will help you build to a 700 credit score first. And if you need, want to watch that video before, I have a link in the description to that video. Tip number 2 is become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is phenomenal. It's phenomenal in a couple of different ways. One is because they don't just use your personal credit score. They have something called an internal credit score, where based upon you having a banking relationship with your personal credit score is taken into consideration, but your internal banking score is a highly weighted factor as well. And we're going to talk about how you make sure you generate a high internal banking score with Navy Federal Credit Union to do that. How do you go about doing that? There's a lot of different ways, a lot of different things that people talk about, because you have to either know someone who is currently a member, or you have to be the family of someone who is currently, actively, who is currently a former veteran, or a current active member of the military. So, look in your personal network, family, friends, see if you can find that. Tip number 3 is, once you have become a member, open up a free checking account, and also a free savings account with them as well. They're both free because they don't have any, monthly fees attached to them, usage fees. I do believe with either the checking or the savings that you have to put in a minimum amount to start it with, right away, ASAP, once you become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. This is one of the things that will go towards your internal credit score or internal score with Navy by having those accounts. So it's very important to get that established right away. Tip number 4 is, after you become a member of the Navy Federal Credit Union, you open your free checking account and savings account, you're going to start banking with Navy Federal Credit Union. And one of the things that I would recommend first for you to do is, if you have a job, go ahead and establish a direct deposit of your paycheck to your Navy Federal Credit Union checking account. This shows banking activity. This shows that you got money going in, whether it be, every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however you paid. That shows, again, deposits being made. And then on top of that, you want to also pay your bills with that checking account. So you might want to have your, cable bill, your phone bill, different types of bills that you might have, utility bills that you might have. Show where you're paying those bills through that account as well. Again, showing activity with the account. The second thing that you want to do to generate that internal score with Navy Federal Credit Union is to get a small pledge loan. But it's a secured loan with Navy, meaning you're securing that loan with money that you put in first. And then once you've done that and you paid on that pledge loan for 2, 3, 4 months, around month 3 or 4 of doing that, of having your account open, you've been banking with them, you've established this loan and you've been paying on it, look at applying for your first Navy Federal credit card. Now they have 4 different credit cards, and I'll have links to them. You have your Navy Federal Platinum, you have your Navy Federal, Amex, you have your Navy Federal Flagship Signature Card, which are the 3 top ones. But in those 3 top ones, those are the 3 heavy hitters with Navy Federal. Each one of them can give you, from the start, a $25,000 credit limit. So I hope this helps. If you have further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me directly. If you want even our services, I can help you, coach you to that point. Members of my team can help you, coach you to get in this if you feel like it might be too much for you to do on your own.